Hey everybody, welcome into another Team Bankroll video. I am the big man on campus here for SBR, joined by my co-host, as always, Flash Watson. We weren't on the air last week, Flash, due to your poor audio. What the hell happened, Flash?
That's it, mate. Start off with a mad negative. Blame Flash. Listen, it goes like that sometimes. I was just pure laziness on my behalf. I didn't put the right cable in, so I tried to get away with murder. But yeah, hey, we're few winners there.
Yeah, we'll find some winners this week, Flash, as always. If you're new to the show, hit the like button, say hello on the chat or on the comment box. So I try to respond to everyone. This show is basically, we have Premier League shows, we have Champions League shows. This is a show dedicated to the lower leagues in England. Flash, a former striker in England, he knows these leagues, knows these sides, has given us some real great information over the first couple weeks here. And we've actually done quite well, Flash, in the championship, in League One, and in League Two. So let's crack on. Let's see if we can find some value here this week. We'll start off with the championship. We don't go through every match, but Flash and I try to sell out our biggest plays and what we like the most. At the end, we'll give our favorites. We'll start out, Flash, with one that I want to take a look at here. Millwall hosting Villa. Interesting match here. Steve Bruce out as manager at Villa, Flash. How do you generally deal with teams off the manager sacking?
It all depends on who takes over. Now, Kevin McDonald's taken over. Now, Kevin McDonald is, I suppose you could say that he's responsible for the amount of players that have come through and had professional careers with other clubs, like your Albrightons, like your Barry Bannons, your Lehighs, Delfonso, Kieran Clark. They all came through his regime. He is 100% about work rate, harassing. I tell you something now, I don't know, I wouldn't want to bet Aston Villa, but I bet they all put a shift in and the fans will ring up the radio shows afterwards and say, give this man the job, even he might not get it, because they will see an intensity in the Villa performance.
Yeah, this one is one where I like Millwall at home. Generally, the Den, a nice place for Millwall. It's kind of been a tough season for this group so far. I mean, you look at the table. They're down in the relegation drop zone right now. Villa with a new coach, a new lease on life. Players are probably excited about it. I'm going to go with them here. I think it's a good enough price. I'm getting 2.37 on Villa. I think even on the road, Millwall's just not been the same team at home last year. It seems like they beat everybody, not this year. I'm going to go Villa at home, 2.37. Flash, Brentford taking on Leeds. This is an interesting one. Leeds, 2.25, draw 3.4. Brentford at 3.1. You're getting over 2-1 on your money, Flash. If you're looking at American odds, what do you like here? Two good teams. Actually, two teams that are both in the top five.
Exactly, and that's why there's a massive discrepancy in the prices. You look, and I said to you earlier on in the year, you don't oppose Brentford at home, you don't oppose Brentford away. And when you get this type of odds, it's basically people are saying they won't get the job done. And yet they will harass, they will work, they will have their chances. And against the lead side that have mostly had it their own way. They're a decent side, these boys. But that's what they are. They're boys. I mean, they're a very young outfit. I expect to at least maybe something at 3.1. I wouldn't be surprised to see them win.
Yeah, the problem right now with Leeds is they're missing some strikers right now. They have some big boys out, players that they need. Bielsa's had to do without. So, yeah, I think you're right with Brentford. They're a team that generally are very tough to break down. Let's move on. Preston North End and Wigan. Look, I like this one over the number. I'll go over 2.5. Both these teams have just been shocking defensively. They can't keep goals out. Preston goes from being best to worst. They're one of the worst. Actually, they are the worst defensive team in the league. And it's actually not close, Flash. You look at Preston North End, they've conceded 24 goals. The next closest is Hull City. They've given up 18. So just a shocking campaign defensively. Wigan, they've also found it tough to keep goals out in this league, obviously moving up from League One. I'm going to go over the number here. I just think we see plenty of goals in this one. I'll go 2-1, 2-2, something like that.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with Preston because of the feel-good factor. They've come off of 3 goals away from home at Aston Villa. Last year, they'd be winning maybe 1-0, 2-0, 2-1. This year, they've got to lock it up at the back sooner or later and get back to how they were last year. They've just given away too much in searching for that offensive power. Now, I think at 2.3, the home team get the job done.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, they sure need it. I mean, they need to find a way to win this match, but they have looked bad in front of goal. I mean, it's just been the truth of the matter. They cannot get I mean, Flash, you look at the last 3 games. I'm sorry, 4 games, 5 games. This team's given up 3 goals in every game. Just a shocking team on defense. I mean, they're just terrible right now. I'm going to go over.
And that's why you're going to go the overs. You've got to go overs. You've got to go overs. I mean, you pick the overs, and I'll pick the individual team win. Preston win 2-3-1, then we're both happy.
No, that's perfect. Let's go 3-1 Preston. Make it not even close. Let's do 3-1. That top man, top job. Let's get it done. Derby County, QPR. This is an interesting match. Derby's been very hit or miss, Flash. Sometimes they look very good, beating Manchester United. Sometimes they're looking very poor, like today. They're struggling against Norwich City. QPR, though, they're back to being bad again. I mean, you're getting a pretty nice price here on Derby. On principle, I think you have to take the Rams here.
That's exactly it. That is exactly why. 2.65 against a team who are completely Jekyll. You just do not. You can't trust QPR. And the Derby are go in there expecting to win, and I'm sure that they will win. And 2.65, it's miles too big to turn up.
Yeah, terrific price here. We'll keep it moving, short and sweet. That's what we do on the show. Swansea City hosting Ipswich Town. Swansea 1.85, draw 3.5. Ipswich Town 4.2. Swansea's made a decent leap into this league. I know it's not what they want, but they're sitting in the playoff spot right now. Ipswich Town are, I think on paper, probably the worst team in this league other than QPR. Again, Flash, I mean, another pretty nice price here on Swansea. I mean, it's not far off of even money. I like the boys from Wales here.
Yeah, well, and the thing is with Swansea, you've got a team that doesn't let many goals in against a team that doesn't score and doesn't win many games. So I think that you've got with Swansea, they're doing okay at home. They're getting results. They're scoring. They're keeping clean sheets. And I think they'll have too much in too many important positions against an Ipswich side who let's face it, they were 2-0 up at half time against Birmingham and still couldn't get the job done.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. I like all these tips in agreement. One more here. Sheffield Wednesday, the Sunday game. Sheffield Wednesday heading on the road to take on Bristol City. Bristol 1.75, draw 3.6. Sheffield Wednesday 4.75. How about Sheffield Wednesday, Flash? Currently beating West Bromwich Albion 2-0 up in Sheffield. Impressive game today from them. Your old club, Flash. Do you think they can get it done here against Bristol on Sunday?
I do. I think that this is massively overpriced. I think this is a coin flip. And the thing is, you could even probably go Sheffield Wednesday and the draw. It's probably going to be around even money, maybe 1.8. But I think that Sheffield Wednesday at 4.75, there's a little something starting to stir with Sheffield Wednesday. They're playing a few of the younger ones who have got no fear. They can go out there against the tiring legs of the old regime. I think there's a changing in the guard at Sheffield Wednesday, and at 4.75 live on the telly, I think they put their best foot forward.
Yeah, I agree. The price seems too low on Bristol. I mean, I don't know what the thought is here. You could actually get draw double chance. You know, draw could come in and you'd still win. You're getting even a couple dollars back, 2.1. So I think whatever way you look, I mean, if you want to go crazier, take them to win. I agree. I think this is more of a coin flip as well. Nice play, Flash. Rest of this card, not really into. Maybe taking a shot with West Brom to bounce back, but the price is too low. I'm going to kind of stick with what we have here, and we will recap at the end on some of the better plays. Let's keep it moving, Flash. League One. Got a couple here I'm looking at. I like Sunderland to beat Bradford. You've discussed Bradford's issues right now with the club. A lot of problems. I can get a good price on Sunderland here, 1.85. Look, would you agree, Flash, they're the best team in this league, other than Barnsley, maybe?
Big man, I would say this is the best bet on the card for the whole 4 divisions.
Yeah, I agree.
The whole 4 divisions. You could even be bolder and go -1.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just that strong.
I mean, Bradford are just horrible right now. This team is not scoring goals. They've actually scored the least amount of goals in this league. But even teams like Gillingham and Oxford and Plymouth have scored more goals than them. They are dire right now. And Flash, just for maybe people that missed it, detail what's going on at this club right now, Bradford.
Well, basically, they were taken over by a German to come in. He's put his own philosophy. This is the owner, not the manager. He's got rid of the managers. He's got rid of people who were recruiting. He's got rid of the secretary and put an embargo against her talking against the club on Twitter. He's alienated himself against all the fans. The players are not good enough for this division. And then now he's brought another manager in, and that manager's not at fault because it's a job at the end of the day. But the tools that he's having to work with are not good enough. And listen, until it starts turning around in a consistent basis, keep fading them.
No, you've been very adamant about that. The Bantam has not had a good go of it so far this year, and I agree. I think it's one of the better players on the board. I'm also looking at Blackpool. I think they could take care of this Rochdale club. I've been kind of fading Rochdale. I think they're a really bad defensive team. Blackpool's done a pretty solid job so far this year. Not great. It's not one of the stronger plays, but they're at home. Blackpool's kind of far away from everything else. By the way, Flash, as far as Rochdale, where is Rochdale? That's far from
Rochdale's, Rochdale's up just north of Manchester.
So it's pretty far.
So, it is. And they play Blackpool, which is even further north.
Yeah, so
I mean, it's not quite a derby, but it's not too far. It's probably about an hour.
Yeah, I do know Blackpool. It's a nice little beach area, I believe.
Yeah, I wouldn't say nice, but
yeah, I don't think it's nice, but it's beachy. So I kind of like that one. And then, a Team Flash that's been making some money. I mean, not every week, but you keep getting good prices on them. Walsall, another big price, 3.25 against Bristol Rovers. I'm kind of looking towards their way. The problem I have with Walsall right now is they're just not scored a ton of goals. They've only scored 2 goals over their last 4 matches. I think the only play really in League One this week is Sunderland. Portsmouth, maybe.
There's one to go with it.
What do you think?
Charlton at home to Coventry.
Yeah
2.1 odds against for a Charlton side who have got very good pace and they've got a raw ability. They've got about 3 or 4 young players and they score goals. I mean, I think it was only last night. Did they draw 3 or something last night? I mean, they score goals. Mm-hmm. And forget, Charlton's probably in just as bad a situation off the pitch as Bradford. On the pitch, they've got a manager and a set of players who are totally together. And then the fans are with the players and manager, but they want their club sorted out. Charlton 2.1, that's going on my list.
Yeah, I considered, Flash, a little 3-game acre here. Sunderland, Charlton, and Portsmouth to beat Gillingham at home, 5.34. Not bad.
Yeah, I mean, you got Charlton and Sunderland. I mean, I did put Peterborough in there because I had to have a double look. Was Peterborough, was it 3.1 at home to Barnsley?
3.25 at Bet365.
3.25 against a side that's sitting in second, scores on average 2 goals a game. I just think to myself, that's wrong. It's got to be wrong. So, I mean, I would have Peterborough at 3.5 just as a single.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Barnsley didn't look good last night, though. They had struggled in that game against Plymouth. But, hey, I guess every team is due for a bad game once in a while. But I think we all agree, Flash. I mean, Sunderland's the play in League One.
And we've got to go and hit your team in a second.
Yeah, let's move on.
We've got to go and hit your team. Swindon.
Yeah, let's move on to League Two here. And you know, Fletch, it's funny. I went back and listened to the show that we weren't able to do, and you know, as always, I jumped on Swindon Town over, and it didn't come in last week. 0-0. How about that? Typical. League Two, I have a couple written down here. Not a great week though in League Two. If I'm looking at it myself,
No, you're right. You're right.
The two games I like Exeter to beat Yeovil.
Oh, be careful. Local derby.
Yeah, I know, but
very.
But 2.6 Flash is too high, man. I'm getting Yeovil's a flash in the pan. They had a couple good weeks.
Yeovil only had one good week, and that's when I opposed them, and they won 6.
Flash, I want to tell you something really quick.
How could you convert that?
Before we move on, okay, I want to set the stage on Newport County because that's the team that lost 6-0 to Yeovil. Flash had them. I bet them last night against Macclesfield. I laid
Newport.
Yeah, I took Newport against Macclesfield, right? They go down 2-0, Flash, 10 minutes in. And listen, they actually end up tying the game 2-2. Another penalty in the 80th minute, they lose 3-2 to Macclesfield.
No, Newport scored in the 95th minute to make it 3-3.
Oh, did they? I didn't see what happened. I knew.
Oh, no, you'd already forgot.
I didn't care.
Like that. Oh,
it didn't matter. So, and you know what, Flash? I had Lyon also in Champions League. They went down 2-0. They tied it 2-2. But it didn't matter because I had them to win. So
it's crazy.
But yeah,
it's crazy. I like Swindon here. I like Swindon at home
against Northampton.
Northampton under new management. My friend's the assistant manager there. And the one thing I see about Northampton now is they will try and shut up shop at the back. They will try and build. These pairing of Keith Curl and Colin West, they were managers at Carlisle for about 6 years. Very good job. And how they do it is on the foundation at the back. So, but I think that Swindon will catch them because they'll concentrate on too much at the back and they won't be able to score going forward.
I got two more. I'm going to go Lincoln -1 against Crewe. Lincoln off a loss, which I told you, Flash. I told you they'd lose to Tranmere. Lincoln Lincoln beats Crewe this week. I think they get a nice win here. I'll go -1. I think they win 2 or 3-0. They've been a team that have put teams away early and really taken it to teams. The other one, Flash, I'm going to go with Tranmere again. I know they're on the road, but we've talked about Morecambe. They're a bad side. I'm getting 2.5 on Tranmere. I might take a shot with them as well. Maybe MK Dons, but the price is too low. The only ones I love in League Two, I do like Exeter, and I do like Lincoln to beat Crewe. Any other games you're on, Flash?
No, I wouldn't talk you away from Lincoln because when they we have something here where they go through all the scores, and I wouldn't be surprised if it says Lincoln's men 3, Crewe's boys 0, because it is a game of men versus boys. You have got the hardy workmen like Lincoln who can mix it and play football. Crewe are known throughout the lands of just producing talented young boys. And I can't see anything but Lincoln treading all over them.
Yeah, that's a good point by you. You know, Flash, let's do something here. Let's have a little fun. Your favorite play in championship, what is it?
My favorite player in the championship?
Play. Which one do you like?
Wow. Oh, in the championship, I tell you what, there's a few tempting ones. I'm probably going to go with Sheffield Wednesday at 4.75 on Sunday. My safest one is Swansea. I'll probably put Swansea in with Charlton and Sunderland.
I like that one myself. All right, Flash, here's what I'm thinking. Let me know what you think of this. Little 5-team acca. Let's do Preston Wigan over. Let's do Swansea to beat Ipswich. Charlton to beat Coventry. Sunderland to beat Bradford. And Lincoln to beat Crewe.
Lincoln.
Yeah, 19-1. I'm going to do that.
Then. Let's have that. I'll do that with you.
Our favorite plays, we like Sunderland in League One. I think we all agree we like Swansea in the Championship. I also like Preston Wigan over. I think that one comes in. And then I like Lincoln in League Two. Lincoln have been a good bet. They've gotten the job done. and I've enjoyed playing them this year. So I'm going to go with those couple. Flash, as always, great stuff. We'll talk to you next week. Any final words?
Sunderland, 1.86. Cannot believe it.
Yeah, I'm on that too. I'd advise everyone else to get on it as well. We'll see you next week. This has been the Football League Show here at SBR Picks and Sportsbook Review. Have a great night. This has been the Bankroll as always. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.